So it's been a while since I've done a case video for the 14 Pro Max, and this one is going to be one a bit special to my heart, so let's get into it. What's up guys, welcome back to Michael's Tech Talk. So I have a case video for you here today, but it's one that's a bit special to me because it is literally my favorite type of case. I am a massive fan of the Aramid Fiber, carbon fiber, Kevlar, whatever you want to call it. That type of case is right up my street. I've loved it for years, and it's not going to change anytime soon, if I'm being honest. So yeah, so let's check out some of the best options that you can get for your 14 Pro Max. So today we are going to be featuring cases from Pitaka. So I have 3 different cases here from Pitaka. I have the Limitless 5.0 from Mous, and I also have the Benks Kevlar case as well. So let's check these out. While these cases are all very similar, they also do have their own little characteristics as well. So I want to break it down for you guys. So let's get into it. First off, we will start with the Mag EZ3 from Pitaka. These are the same case, but one is 1500D and the other is 600D. 2 different grades of Aramid Fiber. This one is the 600D. This is the sort of what I would like to call the larger pattern. And then the 1500D is a finer pattern, if that kind of makes sense. So yeah, these are Pitaka's minimalistic cases. These are the cases that if you don't want a lot of bulk, you don't want a lot of weight in a case, these cases are what you go for. So as you can see, this is thin and minimalistic. Now the buttons are exposed, as is the bottom and the top of the phone. So yeah, you don't get much more minimalistic than that. So you don't get much of a screen lip with these cases. No, it just comes flush with the display. That's the trade-off you get with the thin minimalistic view. You get a little bit less when it comes to protection. So what you do get though is you get a good camera bump. So those lenses don't come out over that camera bump. So if you do set it down, your lenses aren't going to touch the surface. That's a good thing. So it is more or less a case of what case. It is pretty much a case of which you prefer as your favorite. So in terms of style, these are both MagSafe cases as well. As a matter of fact, all the cases in this video are MagSafe. Yeah, so the Mag EZ3 weighs in around 20 grams. So this is the lightest case in this entire lineup. So you are going to be getting that lightweight, minimalistic thing. So again, it is a case of which one you prefer in terms of design. MagSafe is decent in these. Now, the magnets aren't as strong as they were on the iPhone 13 series, but by no means does that mean the magnets are bad in these whatsoever. You've got good, strong magnets, and it is, you know, that this stand isn't coming off either of these cases. So you have no issues there with the magnets. Pitaka have always been decent with their magnets. If you are looking for a lightweight, minimalistic Aramid Fiber case, Mag EZ3 could be what you're after. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. What's your favorite? Next up, we will stick with Pitaka and we will go for the Mag EZ3 Pro. So this is Pitaka's Pro case. This is the case that encases the entire body of the phone, which is my cup of tea. That is what I would prefer in a case. I don't like to have any parts of the phone exposed personally. That's just me. This one weighs in about 38 grams, so it's still pretty lightweight. Do have a bit more weight with this bumper. On the inside, we do have that sort of suede type lining, which I like. We've got our MagSafe ring there as well. And then on the back, we have that lovely 600D Aramid Fiber. The buttons are quite solid in this case this year, if I'm being honest. So there was a wee bit more give in the 13 series last year, I kind of felt, but do have to maybe give them a good press there. They are a little bit stiff, but the more you use it, the more it will loosen up. Screen lip is good. the lip comes up over the display around the entire phone, and that is really good. If you set that down flat, that's not going to touch the surface. It's all good. The camera bump is great as well. It does protect those lenses. Those lenses don't protrude out from that, and it's nice while still looking sleek. The bumpers are good. They are quite rigid, and the phone isn't going to fall out of the case. So yeah, that's it. So that's the Mag EZ. That's the Mag EZ 3 Pro, and of course MagSafe case. So we do have those Pitaka magnets. The magnets are decent, albeit a little bit weaker than the 13 series from last year. I mentioned that about the previous cases, but they're still really good. They you're not going to have any issues on any mounts or car mounts or anything like that there where you're going to have these. It's going to be good. So you're going to get good grip. So those are my picks from Pitaka for the 14 Pro Max. If you're finding this video useful, do me a little favour and click that like button for me. It would massively help me out, get this video out into the algorithm. And if you haven't already, why don't you just give that subscribe button a little click as well, just while you're here. Sure, why not? So next up on this list is the Limitless 5.0 from the guys at Mous. This case is one I have featured on the channel before, and it does make the list here for good Aramid fiber cases. This case is very robust. It has that shock absorption, shock absorbent lining on the inside, on the corners there for impact. We also have that sort of suede lining as well. The buttons on this are decent. They wouldn't quite be as stiff as the Pitaka buttons this year, and we've got that Aramid fiber. Also, what we have down the sides, we have this sort of textured grip here. On the previous version of the Limitless case, this was just all smooth. This textured grip does help massively when you're holding the phone, I find personally, and it's a really great part of this case. And the weight, 52 grams. So yeah, this would be heavier than the previous cases I've shown on this video, but there is a lot more in this case in terms of that shock absorbing material on the inside of the bumper. It is going to make it a little bit heavier, but 52 grams isn't heavy for a case in my honest opinion. So let's just pop that in there. And first off the bat, we have an excellent screen lip here. It is especially raised at the corners here, you'll see, more so than it is at the sides. It is still raised up over the display, but it is higher at the corners so that it's just lifting that screen completely up off the surface. So you set that down, that's not getting anywhere near the surface when it's face down, which is great. Camera bump as well. Lenses don't protrude. What more need to be said? It is good. This case, now I'm sure you've seen the adverts. These guys throw these all over the place. They throw them up in the air, they throw them down cliffs and rocks and all sorts of stuff. I'm not going to do that because I'm scared. But believe me, this, out of all these cases, this one would be the most robust case. So if you're looking at Aramid fiber, you're looking at robustness, you might want to look at the Limitless 5.0. Also is MagSafe as well, and the magnets are okay. They wouldn't be quite as strong as some of the other cases on this video. If I'm being honest, these magnets would maybe be the weaker of the bunch, but for what you're going to be using it for, sticking it on chargers or sticking it in the car, it's going to be perfectly fine for that, not a problem whatsoever. And as you can see, like, it's holding onto that stand. It's decent. Lo and behold, this is the 5.0 for the iPhone 14 Pro Max, but I currently am rocking this on the S22 Ultra as well. So it's nice to have both those phones in the same case. Kind of works well with my OCD. I think that gives you an indication as to how well I rate these cases because I'm rocking it on the S22 Ultra. And last up is this. This is the Kevlar case from the guys at Benks. This was a case that kind of came out of the blue for me. I'd seen this case about many times. I'd never really looked at it because the Pitaka cases were always so good that I always sort of, over the years, I've sort of just stuck with Pitaka. So nothing against this case whatsoever. When you have a good case, you sort of don't really go looking unless you're doing case reviews, I have found. So I'm more open-minded when it comes to cases now, and I'm now, over the past couple of years, I am just trying every case I can get my hands on. This is the one I looked at and thought, why didn't I pick this up sooner? So this case is kind of, the closest resemblance to this case would be to the Pitaka Mag EZ Pro. It covers all the way around the phone, but it is as minimalistic as possible, if that kind of makes sense. So it weighs in at 42 grams, so it's pretty close to the weight of the Pitaka case. But the things I like about this is we have this sort of silicone bumper. We've got our Benks branding here as well, but these buttons are metal. They're aluminium buttons, and I really like that. They are really clicky and really responsive. On the inside, again, we have that sort of microfiber suede type lining, which will protect the back of your phone, which is really, really good. Our MagSafe ring as well, and then it says here built with Kevlar. And I will say this case is so good. It feels so nice because the bumper is so smooth. Sometimes it feels a little bit kind of slippery, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. I think it's a really great case. If anything, if there is anything I would like to see on future improvements on that case, it's maybe just a bit of texture. You know, maybe a bit of a textured grip at the bottom part here, I think would just make this case just it's a 9 out of 10, easy. A wee bit of textured grip there or something would maybe make that a 10 out of 10. The clicky buttons. It's this case has the best buttons out of all the cases I've featured here, apart from the first two because they didn't have buttons at all. This case has the best buttons. I love those metal buttons. They're so good. Then, screen lip. It does come up over the display. So it's not a massive screen lip, but it does come up over the display. So you are gonna protect that screen when if you do set it face down. Then camera bump's really good as well. It comes up and those lenses are well protected. So you set it down, you're not getting anything on those cameras. It is a really, really good case. It feels great on the back, and yeah, I rocked this case for quite a while on the 14 Pro Max, and I keep going back to it. And as I mentioned, MagSafe and the magnets are fantastic in this. Dare I say it, it's the best magnets in all these cases I've featured. And you know how much I like MagSafe. What more need to be said? I love this case. This case is excellent value for money, and it's also the cheapest of them all. So there we have it, guys. If you're interested in picking up any of the cases I've featured on this video, I will leave you links in the description down below. Affiliate links help support the channel, but they don't cost you guys any more money. So if you do pick up any of these cases using one of my links, thanks for your support. Those are my top picks for Aramid Fiber cases so far for the 14 Pro Max. So let me know in the comments down below. Have you got any of these cases? What's your experience with them? How have you got on with them? Is there any good or bad points? Let me know in the comments down below. So that about wraps it up for this video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, smash that like button for me, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and ring that little bell to be notified of new videos just like this one. And until the next one, I'll catch you later.